dollars, U.S. naval blockade on Iranian ports to be lifted, and a nuclear talks start. This is the draft to start. What has not been negotiated, if they pursue with the 60-day, is the sanction relief money, the $24 billion or so, the Iran missile drone program, Lebanon Hezbollah linkage, and Abraham Accord linkage. So the enriched uranium is not part of this first 60-day ceasefire. I don't like this idea of doing this and signing this, and they're waiting on the president to sign it while you don't have it. And the president said something.
Because they're not going to give it to him. They're pretty much saying, look, if you want this enriched uranium, there's going to need to be some sanction relief. But here's the thing, though. At least we let them, at least they're conceding a little bit, because they're saying the only thing they're going to accept is sanction relief for the enriched uranium. But now they're willing to say, all right, well, look, you give us sanction relief and we'll open up the strait. So they have conceded on some of their demands. But if Trump actually thinks he's going to get these guys to give up their nuclear enrichment, he's being an idiot. I'm going to be honest with you, because we've actually proven to them why they needed 60% enrichment, why they need to be able to enrich at all. We've proven to them why they need to. Shoot, we've proven to them that they low-key do need a nuke. But hey, it is what it is.
Very important yesterday, when he was asked about it, he says, who should get that enriched uranium? Are you okay if China or Russia get it? Rob, do you have that clip?
Yep.
Go for it.
Or China taking their stockpile of highly enriched uranium, and have they offered?
No, I wouldn't be comfortable. That would not make me comfortable.
Okay, so he said that. And then there's a bunch of other things that's going on with this here. Rob, which one is this?
This is where the president talks about reopening the Strait of Hormuz and who would control it.
Go for it.
Iran wants control of the Strait of Hormuz. Would you accept a short-term deal that allows Iran and Oman to control the strait? And would they have to open it immediately, or would you be open to that happening over a period of time?
No, the strait's going to be open to everybody.
And who would control
It's
it?
international waters. Nobody's going to control it. We're going to watch over it. We'll watch over it, but nobody's going to control it. That's part of the negotiation that we have. They would like to control it. Nobody's going to control it. It's international waters, and Oman will behave just like everybody else, who will have to blow them up.
Right.
We understand that.
By the way,
Fine.
Oman is allies.
Yeah. That's the part where a lot of people are saying.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people kind of looked at him crazy. Like, yeah, you remember these guys are our allies. You remember that, Trump? I would hope you would. Because you threatening to blow up an ally because they're working within their own self-interest is a bit crazy. And then let's be honest, we did kind of bring this hardship upon this ally. So them looking for a way out for themselves is absolutely fair. You know, seeing that we brought this upon them. But hey, fuck it. I mean, if you think threatening them is a good idea, go ahead.
Bombing U.S. ally sparks confusion in the wild cabinet meeting. Tom, your thoughts on this story?
I don't know what to say. Only 2 ships made it in the last 24 hours. About 12 ships made it 2 days ago. It's still meager. People have got oil supplies in dwindling everywhere. Reserves are down, even for the U.S. And so this needs to get done. But it just seems like we're almost there yet again. That's what it feels like, Pat. And I want to give negotiators room to negotiate and go get it done. Oil's down $1.50 this morning, 87. So clearly the markets feel we're close to something. Stock market is up another 0.5% across the indexes today. Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, all about 0.5% up, Pat. So the markets clearly believe in perception that we're getting there, that we're getting close to.
By the way, news just broke right now that U.S.-Iran peace deal reportedly includes a $300 billion reconstruction fund for Iran, per New York Times.
Huh?
Kalshi just tweeted this.
Who's going to pay for that?
Exactly the question. So $300 billion right there, Rob. Do you have it?
Crazy.
$300 billion. Go to news, see if news pops up.
No way.
Go to the news side.
No way. There's no way that's going to be included. If it is, then I'm be real with you. Anybody that's saying that we won the Iran war is going to sound delusional. I mean, bro, not only are we just doing it as they ask, but we're also going to give them $300 billion to what? Do reconstruction? Yeah, I doubt it. Now, I know Trump could take a loss, but that's too much of a loss. I wouldn't even want him to concede to that. I mean, like, dog, that's doing too much.
Hang on, let's do a seance for the ghost of you-know-who and see if Halliburton can
Yeah, there it is, the story of New York Times. So $300 billion. So Vinny, where you at with this?
I'm just Pat, I'm so over it.
Okay,
I don't want to waste that much time.
Adam,
I'm
how about
just done.
yourself?
I'm done.
You're over it?
Yeah, I'm just every day. It's like a parent coming home, Pat, going, guys, we're gonna go to Disneyland, and they go, okay, not today. We're gonna go.
If
next
you clean
week.
your room, not cleaning up.
And I'm like, bro, I don't even want to go at this point. I don't want to go to Disneyland.
I don't think you're alone, by the way. I honestly don't think you're alone. I think a lot of people are where you are right now.
But the reason you feel that way because it's not affecting your life at all, other than a couple bucks in gas, which I appreciate.
No, what do you mean it's not affecting me? I'm saying every day it's like we're gonna do this. Adam, you like
I'm not.
Adam, are you serious, dog? 3.8% inflation right now. Like people's money is worth less. People are paying more at the pump. People will start paying more at the grocery store because of the fertilizer. So it's kind of wild how, Adam being a millionaire and all that's kind of saying, oh, it's not affecting you besides higher gas prices. I mean, damn, I guess you're just that far up there in the ivory towers is just sit there and say something so inconsiderate towards your average American. Jeez, I could see why people hate this guy. More and more, and they want him off the show because it's just like, bro, he says the most arrogant things, bro, the most arrogant, unconsiderate things, and it's just like, bro, most of the people who watch PBD are your average Americans, middle class, and around that middle class area. Him saying shit like that really irks people off. Like, are you serious, dude? You're that out of touch.
It's not obviously it's affecting everybody, but it's like
friends and family everywhere reaching out to me about the economy.
You're negotiating with
affected.
You're negotiating.
I want to help.
You're negotiating
Guys,
with
let's
people.
see what Adam wants.
Adam, but you're
go ahead, make my point.
I know, and I'm making a point because you were wrong what you said. We're negotiating with a regime, Adam, that kills its own people, that says they want to kill us, and we're going back and forth. Do you think it's ever going to be he made a great point on Monday. They're celebrating. You know what Iran is doing right now?
Weren't you the guy that said you didn't want to talk about this 10 seconds ago?
No, but I'm responding to your comment. I'm responding to your comment because you said, oh, I know it doesn't affect your life. What do you mean it doesn't affect my life? I'm just tired of hearing this. Yes or no, just come to us with the news. Come with us when it's done. Because this whole, everybody.
Adam, that's how you feel. It don't affect your life. You're okay with paying the higher gas prices and all that. And that's cool. Like, as a millionaire, I get it. Like, well, him being a millionaire. It's like, I get you, bro. You got it. But Vinny, I mean, and your average American is just like, dog, this is affecting our lives. Like we're looking at the pump. We're going to be looking at it through inflation, and that's going to lead down to higher prices across the board. We're seeing it already. So you just saying, oh, all you're doing is looking at the gas prices. Nah, that's extremely inconsiderate to say. It's just like, no, we're looking at it in way more ways than just the gas price. Like, I hope you guys understand that. I mean, shoot, you can even throw fertilizer pricing in there if it's all about, pricing.
He's tired of it. Everybody's tired of it. It's not just me. Trust me. There's a lot of people.
Well, you made your point. I'm proud of you, brother.
Thank you.
What I meant by it's not affecting your life is if you don't turn on the news, this doesn't affect your life. I was at Memorial Day last week.
No, bro. If you don't turn on the news, you don't know why gas went up over $1. Like, no, that's exactly what it means, you dumbass. No, he ain't never made that point. He said, well, you don't turn off the news. You don't even know, nothing's really happening. No, bro, if you don't turn on the news, you're uninformed on why your grocery prices are going up, why gas prices are going up. Yeah, if you don't turn on the news, you'll just be uninformed. It's like he's pretty much saying, like, look, man, if you don't watch the news, then I'm like, your gas price will just magically be less, guys. And grocery price, man, don't even worry about it. If you don't, it's the news is the reason why all this is just a reality to you. It's like, what, nigga, we're in the matrix because we watch the news now. We're in the matrix of high ass prices because we watch the news. Is that really what you're about to tell us, bro? All right, whatever. Guys, make sure to like the video.
The city of Miami Beach put together this amazing event, which I think Valuetainment should consider doing a part of it. It was so incredible. They had the Blue Angels and the pilots and everything. And these planes, let me tell you something, are the loudest things you've ever seen in your life. We're right here. And I said to the guy, I go, thank God we're watching this with so much joy and patriotism and love for the country, because these planes, these things are flying over our head. They're actually used in other countries to drop bombs and scare the hell out of people. So when I said it's not affecting your life, I mean, thank God we have the luxury of living in America. And the worst that we're dealing with right now are some extra couple bucks in gas prices, which I get it. But the fact that these planes are being used to basically don't make us go back to epic fury. Right now we're in economic fury. And ultimately this comes down to three major points. And I think Newt Gingrich actually put together a little plan that Trump he says, number one is no nuclear. Stop it. It's not happening. If that's not included in the deal, we're done here. Number two,
I'm with that. Because if even the 60 days you sign without that,
there's no deal without the nuclear component.
No, by the way,
I mean, let's be real. Like, and I get it. Trust me, I get it. Because all this fear mongering that was done on their rich uranium and needs to get out there or to have a weapon in 2 weeks and all this wild stuff is like, I mean, damn, y'all made it seem like such an important topic. Now we're just kind of like sweeping it under the rug to worry about other things when you just made it seem like the most drastic thing that we need to worry about. It was the imminent threat that you were trying to sell to the American people. Oh, but now it's just not an imminent threat no more. We're just going to move it down the line 60 days. Like, how does that make sense? But all right.
Even forget about all the argument where, you know, you're doing it for this, you're doing it for the Iranian people, you're the puppet, you're the this. If you do it in the original deal without the enriched uranium, you mean to tell me you trust that Iran in the next 60 days, you're giving them more time to do whatever they want? No. Nothing happens without that being number one, period.
100%.
I hope the president doesn't sign it without the enriched uranium being lifted out of there.
Yes.
By U.S., and that would be a celebration. Then you can go and talk about all the other stuff.
Yeah, it's a non-starter without.
But the reason why that is happening, Adam, is because the world is putting a lot of pressure on the Strait of Hormuz being open. So the Strait of Hormuz impacts economy, the world economy, the global economy. But the enriched uranium impact his reputation of who negotiate the terms better.
Agreed.
So to me, those are two different audiences to please, to win over.
I fully agree with you. And ultimately what I was saying, there was three major components here. Number one was no nuclear, which we're on the same page, I believe. Number two is stop funding terrorism with money and missiles. Stop. Like, we're not doing this. And we'll talk about economy in a second. And the number three, like you said, is the Hormuz issue. And he said it's international waters. No one's going to control it. But I'll ask you this.
I mean, here's the thing, though. If we want them to stop supporting terrorism, then we got to stop supporting Israel, which is basically us supporting terrorists. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but yeah, I mean, they're terrorizing the people of Lebanon. That's the whole reason why Hezbollah was even created. They're terrorizing the Palestinian people. It's a reason that they even got a mosque there. Is because of the terrorist actions that Israel took against the Palestinians and the people of Lebanon. That's the reason they have the terrorists that hate them so much. So maybe we tell Israel to calm the F down, sit down, let the Palestinians have their state, leave Lebanon alone. They would never have to worry about any attacks from those two groups again. Now, I don't know about the Houthis. They're a bit different, but I'm for sure with Hezbollah and Hamas because they're of Israel's own creation, like through their aggressive actions on both those people. I mean, look what they're doing now in Lebanon. That's only going to create more Hezbollah. They displaced over 1 million people in Lebanon as of last month. Yeah, you can't sit there and act like that's not going to create more terrorists. Like you're an idiot if you don't think it does. But all right.
If they end up Iran doing the deal, you're a great negotiator, businessman. They do the deal. What Iran is going to get is one thing: money. Or sanctions relief. We asked where all the billions are coming from. It's going to come from all the sanctions and economic ties to basically putting Iran as the smelly kid on the playground, what I call him. But I'll ask you this: ready? When they do this deal, do you trust that they're actually going to follow through with the deal? Iran, I don't. But the bigger question is this: when they get this, however many $100 billion,
$300 billion,
what are the chances?
300, bro, that'd be more than we give to them in sanction relief, bro. There's no way we're doing that. I'm sorry, I can't even entertain it. It's like there's no way we're doing that. But oh yeah, shout out to my man Lunatic Libertarian. He says we cannot sit down on our hands while society erodes. And shout out to my man because he's been a member for 2 months. 2 months. Well, guys, make sure to smash that like button, like the video, guys. That's how we get more people on the conversation and we get some people up here in the chat. Let's have some fun, guys, by liking the video. But all right, shout out to my man Lunatic Libertarian.
Going to use it to improve the lives of everyday Iranians. I think,
bro, like I said, look, I don't believe at all that Trump is going to concede to giving these guys $300 billion to build back their, cities and infrastructure that we blew into the sky. But here's what I do believe: that Trump is honestly he is willing to concede on this enriched uranium for the next 60 days. Why? Because what's more important is, well, in his eyes, the global market or the oil prices, which is more important to us. I mean, let's be real. What actually helps the American people, guys? Let's be real. More war with Iran or getting the Strait of Hormuz open? And if he's being America first and he's for the American people first, then I mean, look, get that strait open. You are going to have to sweep the uranium under the rug and for that 60 days. And you might have to consider relieving more sanctions to get that enriched uranium. If that's really what we care about, if that's, and let's be real, that's what they've been fear mongering on for the past month or so. So we would hope they would focus on that and not just get into kinetic war just to try to get this enriched uranium that I'm gonna be real with you. We're gonna have to put boots on the ground for. I mean, let's be real. We might as well take the Obama route. I know y'all don't want to hear it, but listen to me. We're gonna have to take the Obama route and get it through diplomatic means, and that's gonna save us money. It's gonna save us It's gonna save us lives, and it's gonna, save us further embarrassment.
Zero. Why? Because there's one piece of evidence that pointing that they'll never do this. Because they'll kill you if you speak out. So you're asking a regime to basically intake all this money.
There was no question there. So what's your point?
So my point is this: do you trust the Iranian regime to actually use this money to help the people of Iran?
Yeah, of course the answer is no.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't trust it. Of course you don't. But guys, let's not get it twisted. As a leader, who got elected to be the president?
Donald J. Trump.
And who gets to make the final decision?
Donald J.
He
Trump.
does. And who has more information than anybody else?
Him and him alone.
And with that, he has decided.
I don't know about that. I would say our intelligence community had way better information on how to tackle Iran than Donald Trump does. Actually, anybody who had better information, he kept out of the briefing. So I can't say that confidently that Donald Trump knows everything there is the need to know when it comes to Iran and tackling the threat of Iran. Because if he did, I'm gonna be real with you, he wouldn't engage Iran this way aggressively, because then he'd see that, oh, well, one, this is going to push him towards a nuke, which we don't want. Two, is going to cost us a whole lot of money. Three, is going to raise prices and I need to bring him down for midterms. So I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like, if you really think about this, I don't even see why Trump even got into this. This is why people believe that he's been, like, I don't know, blackmailed, coerced or something like that, because it just don't make sense. Like, why would you do this before midterms? Why would you do this before we establish like how to make our munitions or have the infrastructure to make more missiles and all that good stuff? Like, why would you do this when we're just not prepared at all whatsoever? And now we're just looking like idiots on the world stage. Gas prices went up. Consumer confidence is going down. Like, what the hell was all this for? We have no good results from this. This is bullshit. But hey, like I said, though, there are people cheerleading it on. There are people saying, "Set, you're tripping. You just, how could you sit there and be so un-American and not believe in American might?" And it's like, no, it's not that I don't believe in American might. Is that I understand that might can only get us so far. I mean, that's just like, I don't know. Maybe that's a philosophical difference we may have. But yeah, might can only get you so far. You can only put your boot on somebody's neck before they start biting at your ankles. Like, I thought this is something that we've discovered throughout time, that you just can't oppress humans into oblivion. Like, it don't work like that. I'm sorry. I wish it did, because we'd be out of this situation by now, but it don't. And that's what's been proven with the Iranians. And that's what even our intelligence tried to tell Trump as well, that if we try to blow them into the sky, they're just going to rally around the flag and they're going to even be more of a threat to us. They're going to be more unified. The regime's only going to be stronger. So we didn't even weaken the regime. We made them more resilient. What did we get out of this?
Regime collapse and regime change is not on the table, and it's not important to him.
Correct.
He has decided that.
Yes.
Others who came and encouraged people to go out there and protest and be in the streets, who were slaughtered, who said they had access to military leaders that are flipping, they ought to be held accountable for it. Because you claim military leaders were flipping and you had nobody. And I'm talking about Reza Pahlavi.
Yeah, I noticed
that. That right there is something that will be held accountable. To me, he has sat there and said, this is not a top issue for me. I didn't campaign on this. I will get rid of the enriched uranium and I will open up the Strait of Hormuz and we will take it from there. And by the way, he forced the position where the internet blackout in Iran, which Iran's president ends the internet blackout orders, access to be restored. And so imagine for how long Iranians have been wanting to show their country what's going on. It's been officially lifted. Pezeshkian came out on Monday, restored the international internet access after a 90-day blackout. The decree aimed at restoring internet access to the pre-January state was communicated to the Ministry of Communication by the president, Iran's news agency says. And so for the past 5 months, officials in Iran have carried out executions of individuals allegedly involved in planning, facilitating, and supporting demonstrations. It's now 87 consecutive days. That's the day I was saying, of Iran's internet blackout, which has been in place for over 2,064 hours. NetBlocks, a London-based internet watchdog organization, says the measure has eliminated any transparency. So you know why this is important to me?
Tell me.
Because now is the Iranian people, I hope they're sharing what's going on in there, and that's going to get the negotiation to be a little bit choppy. Because if Iranians all of a sudden coming out saying, hey, what are we doing with this negotiation? We don't trust these guys.
Yeah, Patrick. See, I wish that here's the thing. The Iranians that you want to speak out against, I'm gonna be real with you. Those guys are the most scared to speak out now because the people who not only the IRGC is looking for these guys, but people who support the regime and who is anti-American are looking for these guys. These people are now probably the most hunted people in Iran right now because of our actions. So these people that you're hoping that can get out into the streets, that can take over Iran, bro, they're underground right now being hunted by 3 different factions. Like, I'm sorry, but this is the wrong time to sit there and be like, oh, we need them to stand up or you're going to get their ass killed. Just like we got their ass killed by giving protesters guns.
Why are we doing this? Or if they don't, that's going to be a little bit of inventory of knowledge that we need to see what they're independently going through. But for me, I think if the president at all is going to be thinking about, how to go about this, I wouldn't do without the enrichment. I'm sure it's not as easy.
The crazy thing is, like, I believe I showed you guys, what was it? It was like a Vice News video of them pretty much showing how Iranians were talking in the protests and how they're, they were saying, oh, we don't hate America, we just hate the government, and oh, we're anti-American and all this good stuff. And I'm just like, so while all this, I don't know, all this IRGC patriotism is going on, you think we're going to get these guys to rise up? I mean, we tried that with the so-called revolution in January. We gave Mossad agents, we gave Mossad agents guns to give to the protesters, and look how that worked out. Now, and because of the failure that it was, now we're over here lying about the numbers, talking about 45,000 dead protesters. I mean, Jesus. But all right, back to it.
Well, it's easy for you to say, we got to go find a way to get it out. We need to get these people out there. We need to do this. I totally get that. The logistics are the logistics. But if a deal comes out going into the World Cup, hey, we did the deal, but we left the enriched uranium, I don't think it's a good deal
like that.
No, I don't think
ask you one follow-up.
Yeah.
I know you want to move on. And what you basically said to Crown Prince Reza.
Oh, guys, make sure to like the video, guys. If you haven't already, make sure to smash that like button. Appreciate the support, by the way. But let's get more people on the conversation by smashing that like button on Rumble and YouTube. Appreciate that.
Pahlavi is a lot of the people that went out and protested and gave their life for this cause. Some of that is on his dime, his watch. That's kind of how I interpreted that.
Of course, it was very thorough. I was very clear about it.
Yeah.
Of course it is, because...
And shout out to my man, Lunatic Libertarian. He says, I don't trust none of y'all. Heavy hemp ties needed. Damn.
If I tell you, Adam, right now, trust me, I need you to go protest because I got the governor showing up and I got the military leaders showing up and I got these people showing up. You say, okay, Pat, I trust you. I go out there.
Yeah.
1 week, 2 weeks, 3 of your guys get killed, Pat. So 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 40 of your guys get killed. And you're like, where's the military lead? Where's the governor? I changed my mind.
My cousin's coming.
Yeah. No, you can't do that. And,
last question.
yeah.
What are the chances that Shah Reza Pahlavi and Trump are even communicating at this point?
No, it's not. If it did, look, he's not a Shah, by the way. He's just a regular guy. He's not even a crown prince because he is the son of the Shah.
Got it.
So if he wants to be a monarchist, then he can claim he's a crown prince, but he claims he's not a monarchist. So make a decision who you are and what you want to do.
Yeah.
If he was...
Because he's trying to placate to the American people. I mean, let's be real. The American people, we don't accept that monarchy stuff. For some reason, unless it comes to the Iranians, for some reason, are willing to accept the bullshit. But yeah, it's kind of hard to sell. Oh, yeah, let me be the monarchy of Iran over there. And as Americans, we're kind of like, we're for diplomacy. So I'm not really sure that works out with us. So, he tries to switch up the language. And he's like, oh, no, I'm going to be a king, but I'm going to be a diplomatic one who pushes democracy, So, American people fuck with me. And we're just like, I mean, can you do it yourself? You just take a whole bunch of, youth and the Iranian diaspora from different countries. We'll give you guys guns. We'll give you the guns instead of the Kurds because they stole our guns, but we'll give it to you and you can go in there and test the IRGC and see how you do. All right. All right.
How many times, like, what have you heard the president say about Netanyahu? What words does he use?
He said he'll do whatever he wants me to do. Is literally
But then
what he
what
said
is he
about-
complimentary of him?
When?
Pretty much,
Sometimes-
yeah.
Okay.
He is.
Sometimes
Is he
very.
complimentary of Xi?
He does. Says he's a friend.
Sometimes.
Is he complimentary of Putin?
He
Sometimes.
says he's disappointed.
Tell me
but he's,
who else he's complimentary of. World leaders.
Well, I got to be honest with you. Trump is way more diplomatic this time around. So even if it's like an enemy like Xi, he's a great guy.
You think
he
if,
does that?
If, by the way, do you how many endorsements out of endorsements